Hi everybody, this is John Watkins. In the first part of our visit to Yorkshire, we visited the Yorkshire Dales, including the various Harriet and All Creatures Great and Small sites, and the city of York. But we found there's just so much more to see in Yorkshire. In this video, we'll visit an amazing private residence, Castle Howard. We'll visit Brimham Rocks. We'll visit the ruins of a number of abbeys, and we'll end up in the seaside city of Whitby. Come along and enjoy the rest of Yorkshire with us. I think you'll find it an amazing place. Castle Howard has been in the Howard family for many years, and it's been used in many TV series and movies, including Brideshead Revisited. It is incredibly opulent and reminded me of Drottningholm Palace outside of Stockholm, and more close to our home, the Vanderbilt Estate in North Carolina. There is a lot to see here. Believe it or not, this is the back side or garden-facing side of the palace, and we are looking at the hedges and the lawn leading to the Atlas Fountain.
And here's a view of the front of the fountain. It's not turned on right now, unfortunately. Maybe it will be later. We'll see. This is the front of the house, which, for my money, doesn't look as good as the back of the house, but this is where they would come in back in the day.
The gardens at Castle Howard are large, expansive, and beautiful. When we were there, it was drizzling, so we did not spend a great deal of time in the gardens, but on a nice day, you could spend hours just strolling through the manicured beauty. And here's the main hall as you would enter back in the day. It is just massive.
And here's the main fireplace. It's just absolutely massive and very impressive and beautiful.
Inside Castle Howard, you will find massive hallways filled with opulent art and room after room with more art and beautiful furniture.
And this is the chapel. All of the columns are hand-painted, we're told, and it's really beautiful.
And this panoramic view of the chapel is a great way to end our visit to Castle Howard. Brimham Rocks is a site of special scientific interest in Yorkshire. It features unique rock formations that were carved by glaciers years ago, although, according to local lore, they may have been carved, or at least some of them carved, by druids, but who knows? Maybe that happened, maybe it didn't. In any event, it's really a nice place to spend an hour or two. If you're not a native of the UK, you may wonder what a moor is. Well, we saw them firsthand. A moor is a high area that is open and typically covered by peaty soil and low-lying cover such as heather. In this photograph, there's gorse in the foreground. These are the ruins of the Bank Top Iron Works, which produced an astonishing amount of iron but only operated for 29 years. And this view is one of my favorites, looking down from the moor onto a typical Yorkshire farm. There are ruins of abbeys all over Yorkshire. This has a complicated history, but basically dates from the acts of dissolution started by Henry VIII after he broke with the Catholic Church in approximately 1540. The monasteries had accumulated great wealth and essentially were seized in order to try to appropriate that wealth to the use of the British Crown. There's more to it, but we are left with these amazing ruins to explore. This is Byland Abbey, which is not only beautiful, it is a very large area. It's hard to imagine what the original church and structures must have looked like. This pillar gives an idea of what must have been the incredible size of the structures. And some of the intricate tile work is still left to observe. This is Bolton Abbey, which, as you can see, is also massive. This view of the side provides some idea of the size of the structure. And here's a view of more of the ruins. Bolton Abbey is unique because part of the church still exists, as shown in this photograph. In the Middle Ages, farmers were required to give 10% of their produce to the church, and it was brought to a tithe barn such as this, which has now been converted into an event space. In addition to the structures, Bolton Abbey has beautiful grounds to explore. This is the White Horse of Kilburn, which was carved into the side of a hill. In World War II, it was sodded over because German bombers used the horse as a landmark for bombing raids.
This is Saltburn. Lots of waves today.
This is a view of part of the town of Whitby and Whitby Abbey, looking through Whalebone Arch, a local landmark. And here's another view of the town and the abbey. And a little closer view. And here's a really close view of the ruins of Whitby Abbey. So that was our visit to Yorkshire. We found there were so many amazing things to see in addition to the Dales and the Harriet sites and the city of York. It really was a great visit, and I'd urge you to consider adding Yorkshire to your list of places to visit. See you next time.